Mike, checking. Is this thing on? Is it? I think it is. All right, good. How y'all doing? This is episode 6 of Two Peas in a Podcast. It is the one and only J. Will.
And I'm
KK.
I'm KK.
She about to get the government.
I got out of character real quick. My bad, y'all.
She's about to get the government.
It's KK. I need a punchline like you. Yeah, I need something. I need some. Look, you got a shirt made. I'm just so plain.
Is this thing on?
Please don't add the on it next time.
Yeah, you're right. That's not my.
I'm talking about to the shirt. You could.
Oh yeah.
I think that might be a lawsuit, low key.
Nah, Jay, my uncle. We'll be good.
Yeah,
we'll be good.
Y'all have no resemblance, thank God.
No, I ain't say we look alike, but nah, that's my uncle. Sean, what up, though?
He'll be like, white boy, get your ass up out of here.
Wow, that's what we doing now? Anyway, episode 6, we back at it again.
How y'all doing?
Yeah.
How's your week?
Once again, everybody that's checking in with us, good looking out. We appreciate it. Keep it coming, tell some people about it and have them check us out, too. We ain't going nowhere, so we'll be here.
Yep. For the long. This is episode 6. I didn't think we'd make it this long.
Yeah.
I'm just playing.
Over a month. We still going strong. And
that's 6 weeks for your ass.
Yeah. And we got the audio right, the video up. Everything is all right. We got.
Let's just hope, baby. Don't speak on it too soon.
No, we good. We got everything figured out now. We good to go. We rolling from here on out. So.
No I just realized I did not put my phone on Do Not Disturb, by the way.
We'll be all right.
How we better?
Your hoes. It ain't late enough for your hoes to be calling you. It's not.
I'm not worried about the hoes. I'm worried about the kids upstairs. Shit.
That is true.
Maybe you should text Isabel real quick and tell her to call your phone if she needs.
We'll be all right.
Okay.
We better be all right. Shit.
But precautions. We need a checklist before we start episodes from now on.
Yeah. It never goes as the way it's supposed to anyway.
Man.
So it really don't matter.
It don't matter. We here. That's all that matters.
Yeah, we here. And like I said, thanks to everybody. And so we got pictures taken last week. If you pay attention to us at all, you would have seen them. Mm-hmm. Some of the pictures are our intro now. And what's her name again? Naomi. She posted on Instagram or whatever, and it was like a description of us. And she did one from both of us.
Yes,
one for
individually.
You. Yeah, right.
And then
and it was dope to me because so it said my name and it said podcaster, right? And I'm like, damn.
We're a podcaster.
Technically, we are podcasters now.
Yeah. Because that's a new title.
And it's legit because a lot of people don't understand, with all the podcasts in the world, I heard 15% only monetize from it. So most people just do it because it's what they like to do.
Yeah, we enjoy this. Genuinely.
This is
we don't make no money off this.
Yeah, this is a hobby. It's a passion project that she did. It's actually a passion. I really think about this, and it takes work. A lot of people think that it's just us getting up here and coming to talk some shit, but
a lot of the behind the scenes.
It takes preparation. This is a real thing. You know what I mean?
It's a job, basically.
Yeah.
A side job.
Yeah, when I'm at
that you just don't get paid for.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
But they always say that one of your hobbies should be something that you just enjoy doing that you don't even get paid for. And this is it. So we podcasters now. This official.
Should we add it to the resumes?
Hell yeah.
I'm adding it to my resume.
Hell yeah. If radio
Christina
show.
DeMoss, podcaster. Coming in hot.
But you're going to have to change that soon, though.
To what?
Your name's not about to be DeMoss soon.
I was like, what are you talking about?
Wow.
Man, I was thinking about that the other day, too. I gotta, the lengths I gotta go just to change my last name. I have to change all of my emails. I have to change my driver's license. I have to change my social security card. I have to change all of my, mailing addresses. I have to change everything.
All of that.
Just to take your last name.
All of that.
Ain't that some shit? Why don't you take my last name?
Negative.
You should take your.
No, I shouldn't.
Okay.
No, it don't work.
Look, in about 15, 20 years, I bet you any money, dudes is gonna start taking their wives' last names.
But you know what's crazy? Your name will already be changed, so it really won't matter. So we don't have to really worry about that. You take.
Honestly, I don't really care because my kids don't have my last name. If my kids had my last name, I'd probably feel like I would want to hyphenate my name.
I wouldn't really like that either. But
really,
whatever. Nope.
You a weirdo.
No, I don't care. It is what it is. Mm-hmm. But other than that, mental health.
So if you're trying to buy a house right now, don't.
It's crazy.
That pretty much sums it up. Honestly, Mental health, it was better than it was last week.
Okay.
I had, just a pretty overall, like, I worked out every day. So there was one day that I was feeling like shit. I was off a little bit. Jared told me my energy was off. And I was like, no, I'm not. I'm fine. And I was like, yo, wait, no, I'm not. Yeah. And I went home and I was like, I just want to go home. I don't want to do shit. And I ended up taking Amari and Isabel to the gym. And I'm like, let's go to the gym. Let's just go. So we went. And I worked out while they played basketball, and after I felt like a brand new bitch.
She's like her whole energy has shifted
completely
from what it was earlier that day when I talked to her again. She was all upbeat. I'm like, oh, okay, this is the KK I like.
Yeah, and what's crazy is the reason for my mental health shift was of a trigger from my childhood, and I guess I just didn't realize how much it affected me still. Until because you don't think about shit like that all the time, but something made me think of something, and then that led to me feeling like completely out of it. I was just like, damn, I really did go through that shit. Like that really did happen. So it was just something like that. And then I was like short with him, and I wasn't meaning to, like I was still like upset about something, but I took it too far. And it was just, like certain things just, you just have to learn how to control those emotions and try to find a different outlet to express those feelings. And even if it is just talking to somebody. So, Jared's my rock. Like, honestly, he was just like, I don't know what's going on with you, but I think like sometimes when you get like this, I just need to like back off because there's nothing I can do to help you.
Yeah.
And I was just like, he's right. I don't there's nothing that he can actually do that's going to make me feel like, yeah, you're going to feel great today. Like,
and as much as I want to make sure that everything is cool and shift her mood, if I can't, and then she's starting to be short with me, I'm like, all right, well, you go ahead and you come back to me when you're friction. Good. Yeah. And there's nothing I can do about it. Yeah. So I'm like, you know what? I'll talk to you later when you get it together. You ready to talk about it, then you hit me up. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. He just needed to give me a little...
I wasn't mad. I just understood.
Look, he wouldn't have given me too much time because, he can't stay away. But no, I called him like shortly after. I'm like, I'm sorry, I love you. I was just being short, and it was, just you catch yourself and you realize that. And people have days, and I was having a day. Mm-hmm. But overall, like after I went to the gym, I was like, yeah, there's no way I can let myself get like that again. So I think I've worked out 5 days this week.
Everything's been good.
Yeah. Yep, everything's been great. How about you?
I'm great. I'm really good, actually. Mm-hmm. Really good. So we was talking about, you and fitness helping you out mentally.
Yeah.
And so anybody that knows me for a while knows that I'm a personal trainer. I've been working out for a long time, and I always was really kind of self-conscious about my weight. I grew up real skinny, and I hated it. So
you used to be chubby. First you was chubby.
We're not counting when I was like super young. We're not doing that.
Super young, like 11, 12?
No, like 15.
Okay, then.
Damn,
that was 20 years ago.
The fuck up, dog. Nah, but I was, I hit a growth spurt or whatever, and I got tall, but I was like super, super skinny, so I always hated it. So when I got to a point of wanting to change it, I started hitting the weights or whatever and eating a lot, and I gained some weight. But I still have that, what's it called, that body
dysphoria?
Yeah, dysmorphia or something. Whatever it is. And I still feel like I'm 120 pounds.
Yeah.
So, because of that, I always wanted to change my body. I was never comfortable. So I would work out a certain way. I would eat a certain way and not getting the results that I was ready for as quick as it just mentally is taxing. Mm-hmm. So as of late, I just really switched my priorities.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm gonna keep working out, but I'm not really into lifting heavy. What I gotta lift 300 pounds for?
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't need to do it.
Before, when you were trying to do that, you were trying to prove to yourself something, or was it more just
because I felt so weak because I was so small.
Yeah.
So probably it probably did have a lot to do with that.
It was just like a mental thing, like
that
little 16, 17-year-old kid in your head telling you like, nigga, you weak.
Yeah, but at like 28, 29, 30 years old.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So so I just kind of changed everything up. I'm really focusing on balance, strength, performance,
Yeah.
I know some people that can lift 300 pounds but can't move worth a damn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So what's the point of that?
That mobility matters.
I'm an athlete at the end of the day. I'm not
and we were talking about like your core strength, how much that stabilizing your core and your balance. Like that is something I've been doing the push-ups on the Bosu ball. Man, those have, I feel like my core is so much safe. Like from when I first started them to now, like my arms used to shake and I used to be like, now it's just like more stabilized and I'm able to like go down to my chest more. And I feel stronger when I'm doing them, and it feels great. So like stabilizing your core is huge when it comes to mobility.
So just not worrying about eating so much. I'm eating a little bit less, but still healthy or whatever. So for me, performance is number one. I want to be able to be agile. I want to be able to move.
Perform.
That's always going to be, no matter. Always going to be the case. But no, just performance, health, and the look is last for me. Like that's not as much, as important to me anymore.
It's backwards for me. The look is number one for me.
It shouldn't be though. If you're healthy and your performance and you work out, the look will come.
Yeah, no. Okay, so I'll take that back. Health is number one always, but that's overall health, and I have a lot of health issues. So I guess I feel like my health plummets anyway. So it's hard for me to say health, but as far as like my heart health, sure, yeah. But yeah, heart health is number one, and then I would say number two is definitely body appearance. I want to be a snack. I was just telling him the other night, like, I want to get my boobs done.
Nah,
he's like, for who? I'm like, for me.
Yeah, right. I'm like, what you trying to push them motherfuckers up for? No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Put your heels on and your titties
After 2 kids, it was just touching my belly button.
Shut the fuck up. No, but at the end of the day, that helped my mental, just not worrying about some things and just being more free and focusing on the things that really matter. Because I know motherfuckers that are 250 pounds that can lift a house, but can't hold a yoga pose.
Yeah.
Like I want to make my body do whatever I tell it to do.
You're really good at that though.
What?
Like stabilizing yourself and able to do the yoga. How are you going about like with this? Because obviously we have a lot of big things coming up. I think we're getting married in I think we're in the 30-day range now.
No,
high 30s.
Yeah.
I think it's high 30s.
Yeah.
So how are you like holding up with the wedding, buying the house? How's your mental? I know you're so laid back. I guess I haven't asked you about that in a minute.
Yeah, nothing. Well, we know nothing bothers me much. I mean, everything is.
Are you getting nervous?
No. I'm good, man. I'm all right.
I asked my dad the other day because obviously he's walking me down the aisle, and I was like, "Are you nervous?" He's like, "Of course I'm nervous. I saw you as a little girl. Now I'm handing you off to some man." I was like, "Some man," and he was like,
your father's handing you over to daddy.
Oh my God! I hope he's not watching. But he was like, he's like, I just don't know what I'm gonna say. I was like, what do you mean? What are you gonna say?
You ain't got no line.
I was like, this isn't a movie. Like,
you ain't got no line.
He's like, I gotta say something when I'm handing him off to you. I'm like, Dad, you better not.
Man, we ain't had drinks together. Everything that you had to say, you could say.
Right.
Nah, but
it should be. I'm excited. Bachelorette party in a couple weeks.
That stuff ain't bothering me. It's just anxious about the house.
Yeah.
Buying a house, finding somebody to accept.
If any of y'all know anybody selling a house for sale by owner, let us know so that we can get in good with them, because these people, we wrote somebody a letter the other day.
She like, oh yeah, I was touched. I cried, but gave the house to somebody else. I'm like, yeah. We didn't touch you the right way.
My letter was good. Oh, so you like to be touched another way. That could be arranged too.
Yo, if you give me the keys, I can
play with them titties.
Yo, you are out of line.
I'm sorry, I had too much coffee.
You would let me for the house?
Absolutely not. Get the fuck out of here.
I was about to say,
I ain't selling my soul.
Oh, okay.
I would never look at you the same.
All right, I was just making sure.
Would you let me for the house?
Man, I will fuck both of y'all all the way up, and then I'll burn the house down. So no, I wouldn't.
On Christmas Eve with the whole family?
I'll do that shit same day. Like, you did what? Woof. Yeah, up in flames. But enough of that. We good. So we good. All right, everything is cool. You know, yeah. Everything is great. Everything is dandy. So, I mean, we can get into some news, some things going around, some things trending.
What's trending?
Oh, you want to shout your business out right now?
Absolutely.
Don't you? Go ahead.
So obviously, you guys know that we're going to do weekly shout outs for businesses. So if you have a business that you would like us to shout out, definitely reach out to us, and we will. If you guys want to send us some products, or obviously we can pay for products too, but however you want to go about it, we can discuss that in the DMs. But yeah, definitely let us know what your services that you provide, or if you have a product, whatever it may be, we definitely want to shout you out. This week we're going to shout out my sister's mother's business, actually. It's No Sugar Mama. They're located in Trenton. They have an Instagram page at No Sugar Mama, MOMMA. So yeah, they sell keto treats, and treats for people with diabetes and high cholesterol and blood sugar and all of those different. So it's like health-centered treats, gluten-free. They use almond flour and, all the healthy shit, all the good shit.
And I mean, a lot of people are like, oh yeah, it's actually good.
It's good. There's no sugar. And it's like 2 net carbs per chocolate chip cookie.
I eat that shit. So yeah, it's legit. Y'all should check them out, man.
They have all types of stuff. They have cheesecake now. So they have cookies, cheesecake, the fudge. What was that fudge? The mousse. It's chocolate mousse. They have cupcakes. The Reese's cupcakes we had.
It's all legit.
Yeah, they have a bunch of stuff. So check them out on their Instagram page. Make sure to let them know that we sent you. But yeah, so make sure you check them out, and hopefully they have more locations. They actually just were featured in their local newspaper too, so that was cool because they just opened their business. They were doing it all virtually.
Jordan was like, yeah, like the demand is crazy, like more than they was expecting. So
yeah, for sure.
It has to be good if the demand is like that, and it's a small business, you know what I mean? So it's good. Y'all go check it out.
And my nieces are usually there. Jayla and Jade, they're the 2 cutest little girls ever. So make sure you say hi and tell them Coco says hey.
It's good. Yeah.
Yeah, so check them out.
All right. That's it.
And we out.
But we still got a podcast to do.
Yeah. All right. So you want to get into that trending topics, babe?
Yeah. I don't know if y'all are familiar with the Kendrick Johnson story.
This one was so sad.
Yeah. He was in high school, right? He was in high school. He went to Southern Georgia. South Georgia High School. And he was found dead. He was wrapped up in a wrestling mat, I believe. And if I remember correctly, of course they're not really gonna get into it too much in the story now, but it was white kids that did this, right?
They never reported who did what.
I could have.
The fucked up thing about this case was there was never an investigation because it was white people that were connected and they hid this shit and swept it under the rug. Yeah, I'm sure of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, Kendrick Johnson was a black kid. He was in high school and not sure how he died, whether he was murdered or whatever. They said like he
killed himself or something.
Of course.
How the hell is he going to kill himself and wrap himself up into a wrestling mat?
Yeah. This was a story, this happened in 2013 and they just swept it under the rug, but it's been reopened. There was over 35,000 signatures on the petition. Kim Kardashian signed it. She pushed it heavy. And when you get celebrity power behind something, it goes into the spotlight. And I mean, Kim K is known for a lot of bullshit, but this was an alley-oop, for the family.
For sure.
Because
I just couldn't imagine like how the family would feel. Like you send your kid to school to feel safe. Yeah. Or you feel confident in them going to school and returning home. And just not having your son come home one day and then to find out he was murdered and placed somewhere in the school.
Yeah, and it was covered up.
And it was covered up. And you never had no justice served. You never had an answer, an explanation. Nobody had to answer to anybody.
Yeah, it was just a messed up story, man. And actually, somebody was digging again. Trying to get some files, and they requested them 2 years ago, and they refused to give them the files. It was evidence and a bunch of other stuff.
I bet it was like one of the sheriff's kids that did it, and that's why it was
I'm not sure if it was a police officer, but it was somebody that knew the police.
Wow.
And that's why I got swept under the rug like that. But, they finally gave over the files, so it's reopened. And actually, I think it's around his birthday right now, and he would be 24 this year.
Wow.
Yeah, so I hope that, you can't bring the life back, but if the parents want justice, I hope they get justice and something is served. So
I feel like they need closure because they've probably been obviously I would mourn the loss of my son for forever, but just not knowing that person is still out there and not serving some type of time for the death of your son, that's a whole other thing to mourn as well. So you just need closure on one spectrum, because right now you're mourning two different things. You're thinking about two different things. There's nobody that's having to pay for this but you. You know what I mean? Like, as a mother or a father or a family member, you're the only one that has to pay for it, that's paying for this by the hurt.
And I'd feel away, kind of like, damn, even though I'm mourning my son being gone, I'd be feeling like, damn, these motherfuckers feel like they got away with it. Like, they're out there living their life like nothing ever happened.
I want blood. I'd want blood at that point.
Yeah,
even if I had
Yeah, like I said, you can't bring that life back, and only so much justice can be served, but I feel you.
Yeah.
Like, something, I would have been lost it.
Yeah.
Whoever I thought did it would have probably
That's
been
what I'm
going
saying.
by
Like,
now.
if I would have had an inkling of who could have done it,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
What did Hov say in that song we were just listening to? He said, load the chopper and what?
Huh?
Bust down the door or something like that. I'm butchering it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We'll talk about it later.
But yeah, I hope everything goes well. I hope them parents get the closure that they're looking for, and I just hope that some type of justice is served. And whoever did it,
Fuck you.
I hope they go to jail, whatever. You know what I mean?
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
But it's Women's Month, National Women's Month right now, right? Women's Month.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so I don't know if y'all heard of Clarissa Shields.
She's from Flint.
She's from Flint, and she's beating
Shout out
people
Flint.
ass.
Yes.
I actually listened to an interview of her recently, and she's super cocky.
Oh, is she?
Kinda like, I don't give a fuck.
Boxers are cocky.
And
Boxers are cocky. MMA are more humble. When I was taking my boxing classes, you remember I was trying to box for a hot
I
second.
remember that.
Don't come in. You never saw me in a ring. I used to be out there. It was a great workout, but I was doing it more for working out. I wasn't about to compete.
It's just weird hearing a woman with that type of cocky, because you don't hear women speak like that, and she's kind of like, I beat all of y'all ass. Ain't none of y'all fucking with me, because
I like that shit,
she's made history.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She's the first boxer to be undisputed in 2 different weight classes and hold all the belts that you could hold in that weight class.
That's crazy.
And she's done it she's the fastest champion. She's only had 17 fights.
Wow.
And she's already beat everybody up for the most part.
Shout out you, girl.
Yeah, and she's also training in MMA. So she's got a UFC fight coming up that she's training for. So she wants to be a champion in boxing and UFC.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, she's I don't know if you've seen a picture of her, but she looks like she'll beat somebody up.
Really?
She looked like she.
I think I did. Yeah, I did see her on some sort of social media stream. But that's really dope. I feel like women should be just as cocky. Like, we want this equality so bad, right? Why is it only men that should be cocky, or why is it only men that should be so damn confident when it comes to some sort of sporting event or whatever the case may be? Like, shit, we're just as capable. I'll beat all y'all asses. Like,
she with it. She is with it. So
I love that cockiness.
And she also fights for gender equality. She held an event of all women fights, I don't know, about a month ago or something like that. And it was just to showcase women out there. And she's not only like, yo, I'll beat all your ass, but she wants to ride for her gender and, put them on. And I thought that was really dope, too, especially since she has so much spotlight right now. They're going to pay attention to whatever that she puts out there, so.
That's the right way to use your platform. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like so many people just get in the spotlight and like, oh, I'm here, I made it. Yeah, okay, but you realize that you have a voice, and it's power. You have a powerful voice, so use it.
Yeah, and she was talking about how she's vegan.
You had to throw that in there.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, she's vegan. She was talking about the sacrifices that she had to make. So, I mean, obviously going out. She said she's never celebrated her birthday on a trip. Any trip she's ever taken was business, fights and stuff like that.
That's dedication, though. I mean, you choose that lifestyle.
And she said, so right now she's only doing 3 to 4 weeks, but she said she used to give up sex 6 weeks before a bout. 6 weeks she would give up sex so that she could focus on whatever she was trying to focus on.
I feel like that's a release.
Well, they always say that boxers aren't supposed to have sex a certain amount of time before their fight because
of stamina.
Your legs can be weak.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just what boxers do. So
she fucking was blowing her out like that for 6 weeks though. Like, shit.
Yeah, I might have you tired for a day. a few hours. And then you're back to normal. Nah, but yeah, that's dedication right there because
6 weeks.
I'd just be like, yo, I'm gonna go in here and if I lose, I'll lose, but I need this release first.
But that's her purpose, and we talked about purpose a lot. And
yeah, we do.
I mean, not even purpose, but it's just something that she enjoys doing and genuinely enjoys it. So that's having that Mamba mentality. Go back to Kobe. I mean, I'm sure he gave shit up. Yeah, I'm sure he gave shit up in order to make his that's a sacrifice you have to take. Just like you sacrifice things as parents, you sacrifice things for your career, you sacrifice things for your personal life, your social life. Like you make sacrifices for things that you want, and that's that dedication. And shit, we got to sacrifice the food we eat so we can get the bodies we want. Like, so it's just levels to sacrifice, and she goes above and beyond.
I like her. I want to see her next fight because I've never watched her. I've never watched her fight.
I want to watch her too. And I was just saying that the other day that I want to start watching more women's sports and even the WNBA. Not the other day, I was saying this a couple months ago. But like watching the WNBA or tennis matches or get involved in some sort of sport. So because he's really into sports too. So it's just like something we could talk about or watch together or. Because I'm not a big football fan. I'll watch basketball all day, but not a big football fan. But, just something else besides basketball.
You're going to be watching it, though, because I'm going to be watching it, so you really don't have too much of a choice.
I'll learn. I know pretty much everything about football.
You just don't.
I still don't know what a safety is.
We'll work on it. We will work on it.
But I know everything else.
You will know next season what's what.
I know.
We'll be watching it.
You'll teach me.
Absolutely. But yeah, I look forward to seeing everything that she does. And, she's from Michigan and she wears that shit proudly. So I want her to never lose. Go undefeated, beat everybody up.
Fight Floyd Mayweather next.
She'll probably whoop his ass.
I'll shut his ass up.
She'll whoop his ass. They about the same size, too.
For real?
Yeah, legit. They about the same size.
Same weight class.
Yeah.
I wonder if they would ever allow a man and woman fight.
I would hope not because we're talking shit, but he's still a man.
Yeah, but speaking of that, can we talk about that transgender shit that they're doing right now?
Oh, yeah. So it's already a thing in certain states, but in Michigan, they're passing a law to where if you go from male and you identify as a woman, you can play in women's sports.
I think that is fucked up.
So so say I want to be a girl now, and I'm a wrestler. I can go wrestle females.
And I think that's inappropriate for one because you still have testosterone or vice versa, you might still have estrogen, like you have
and nuts.
Chemical components in your body are still of the gender you were born with, and and even if you are taking hormone replacements or testosterone or whatever the case may be, you'll never fully be a woman and you'll never fully be a man, and that's something that you'll have to deal with. And I don't think it's fair to the other kids. I really don't. Even as track stars, I remember seeing like a track star that he was a man, but he was competing with the women's race, and he blew everybody out. Blew everybody out, and I thought that was so fucked up.
And as much as we want, genders to be equal and everything, when it comes to things like this of physicality and genetics, a man is a man and a woman is a woman. So you know what I'm saying? They're always going to be stronger. They're always going to be faster. But they're like, oh, we can't. Why can't we do what men can in sports? And you can play the same sport, but you won't be able to.
You'll perform better.
Depending on what the sport is, because I think a woman might be able to beat a man in like tennis.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Okay, so we were talking about NBA.
Contact sport. No contest.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So if you were born a woman and you wanted to sex change and now you're a man, so now you have dreams of playing in the NBA.
Okay.
So you go to a college basketball, or you're in high school and you join a high school team and on the boys team, and then you go to college and play in the boys team. What's going to stop you from going to the NBA? And then that's another thing. How will they even know that she was born a female?
Okay, so, yeah, I get it. But even if she wants to identify as a female, but like, hey, I can play in the NBA. Let me paint a picture for you. Candace Parker. Candace Parker's about 6'5".
Jeez, are you serious?
I think she's like 6'5".
Wow, I didn't know she was that tall.
6'5". Oh, there's a... Brittany Griner's like damn near 7 foot.
Are you serious? She's pretty as hell. I didn't know she was that tall.
Who's pretty?
Oh, I'm thinking of somebody else. I'm thinking of
Brittany
somebody else.
Griner's the one that got her titties removed, and she's identified.
Yes.
She looks like a dude, but
Yeah.
so
He's
Candace,
like, who's pretty?
yeah, no, Candace Parker. I used to like Candace Parker.
She's pretty.
Yeah, she's pretty, but she's about 6'5".
Mm-hmm.
So big for a woman. She plays big in basketball, like so. She plays like center, power forward, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me paint a picture. She's talented, right?
Yeah.
Great basketball player, right?
Mm-hmm.
How the fuck is she gonna guard somebody like Shaq? How the fuck is
Okay,
she
hold
gonna guard
on.
LeBron?
Why? There's dudes in the NBA that are shorter than she is. That guard Shaq.
Okay, all right.
But you're saying the position she plays?
Yeah, okay.
But not all the centers in the NBA
Okay.
aren't 7 foot and up.
Okay. Different. All right. She's 6'5", right?
Uh-huh.
All right. How the fuck she gonna guard Dwayne Wade? How the fuck she gonna guard James
Wait, hold
Harden?
on. Dwayne Wade doesn't play anymore, so
How she gonna guard James Harden?
why couldn't she?
The strength, babe. They're quicker. They're faster. It just is what it is.
The strength alone, they're not. It's not tackle. They're not tackling each other.
You don't play basketball, so you don't understand the physicality of it.
The physicality of what? Being up on somebody and playing defense? I know how to fucking play basketball. That doesn't defeat the purpose that she can still guard somebody. Just because she's a female, that doesn't mean she can't.
All right.
Especially if she's taking those hormone replacements. Those hormones are strong as fuck.
Okay. The women
steroids.
No, okay, those women don't take steroids, but you're saying if they did. Mm-hmm. Still not the same.
I'm just saying, if you were changing into a female, or if you're a female and you're changing into a male,
how about this? You always say that your son's dad is a little bit taller than you, right? Y'all about the same height almost?
Yeah.
A couple inches, give or take. He's stronger than you, right?
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. Anyway, like we said, I'm all for equality or whatever, but sometimes we have to separate things that are supposed to be separated.
And I mean, we go back to them being the mob. Like, stop trying to brainwash everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Like, keep shit separate. Like, that's not fair to the other people that are actually trying to go out for scholarships and trying to compete and make it to the professional, whether it's Olympics or the sporting,
compete
whatever
with
sport.
every sport that a man has, for the most part, women have too. Just play with the same gender, fam. Why do you have to try to cross over to over here? Just because you want to identify as something else.
I saw that they did say that it's not fair for them to have that sex change. And then, first off, why are they having that sex change in high school anyways? Why didn't they not have to be 18 or up in order to have that? I feel like that, because that's something that they could regret later on having.
Even
if you're a boy and you identify as a girl, if you want to wear a wig and do all that, great. But don't cut your dick off and shit. I feel like that's a surgery you can't have until you're older.
We could talk about we've talked about this before, so I mean we know how we feel about it.
I just feel like it's inappropriate and it has no place in high school. Sports.
Yeah, if that's what you want, that's what you do. But it's not fair with sports, because you think about it, like, sports is some people's way out.
That might get other, like, people discouraged to want to play because I know she's gonna, or him shim is gonna go. Was that rude? Sorry. I know that person is gonna try out next year and they might beat me, and that's another thing. Like, that person could have beat out somebody else that needed that more experience in the. It's just all messed up.
Yeah,
it ain't fair.
Yeah.
Sorry, we can move on to something else. That just pissed me off again.
It's all good. We can move on to the next topic, though. Is one of my favorite stories of the week. Versus sold.
Yes, I saw that. Shout out Swiss Beats and Timbaland. That's what's up.
Yeah, so they were purchased by Triller. Do you know what Triller is?
It's an app, a music app, right?
It's basically rivaling TikTok.
Okay, but it's been out before TikTok.
I don't think so.
Yes, I feel like Triller's been out for a minute. People just haven't. Is it black owned?
No.
It's not?
I don't think so. But so Triller's been doing a lot of stuff, though. Like, they're the ones that hosted the Mike Tyson pay-per-view fights. That was by Triller.
Really?
Triller.
I said Riller.
Yeah, so like they're doing a lot of stuff, but they bought the Versus or whatever, and Tim and Swiss, they not only did they sell it, but they're still like involved. Like it's still their baby. They still make decisions.
I'm sure they're on the board of some sort.
They have
and still,
equity in Triller now.
Wow.
In the actual app in the
That's
company
because
now.
Versus was so they literally. But okay, I saw Alicia Keys comment on obviously her husband, Swiss Beats, but she made a comment and was like to watch something grow from nothing into something. But no, not anybody can just have that grow from something to something that large.
Because they have the biggest producers.
They have
in the
those
game,
connections.
So.
We don't. But I think it is dope because what was Swiss Beats really doing at that point? I mean, was he producing and shit still?
He's still very active.
I didn't know.
Yeah, he was just sitting back chilling.
Great.
No, you see
but
their
I'm
house?
just saying.
He's working.
Okay, look at his wife. She working. It doesn't always have to come from the man.
Okay, but we're talking about him right now. She didn't make Versus. She may have helped him make it, but he's the face. Him and Timbaland's the face.
Yeah, and what's crazy is they were just on like IG Live at first. You know what I mean? Like it was something. It was free. It was a free app that was created, or they used Instagram as a tool.
So they started Versus over quarantine, and it started with just him and Timbaland just going versing each other. That was the first Versus.
Oh yes, I remember that in the car and shit.
Yeah, in the car. Yeah, Swiss Beats was in the car doing his, and Timbaland was in the studio.
In his studio, drunk as fuck.
Drunk as hell. He ain't got no neck. He was in there drunk as hell. But that's how it started. So it grew from there. And I think not only do they have part of equity, the 43 artists that participated in Versus thus far is 43 because D'Angelo did it by himself.
Oh, okay. I was going to say
okay. They all have a stake in it as well.
Really?
So all of them have a stake in it as well. And I think that's the dopest thing that they all had a...
He put everybody on.
Everybody got put on. Everybody that participated in the Versus and making it what it is has a stake in this. I mean, this thing that's ever growing. And I think that was the dopest part of the deal that's what he said. Swiss Beats said, it's dope. We got so much money from it.
Because nobody's performing right now. All of those people, like, nobody's performing. Nobody can do concerts. So, I remember, since we're talking about using Instagram as a tool, Erykah Badu was doing those $1 concerts. Do you remember that? Yeah. And she was doing that to pay her artists because they weren't doing concerts. So she had those. Everybody's like, why do we got to pay $1 to come see you on Instagram? Or, she'd give you, like, a private link to go to something, probably, like...
It's $1, my nigga.
Right, like...
It's $1. Think about it. As many people she has, that's $1 million.
I think she should have promoted the fact that she was using it to pay her artists more because nobody knew that. Like it was like she had like a separate interview or something, and that people were asking why she did that, and then I think it was $2, but whatever the case, it was she was using the money to pay for her artists. So people probably, if she would have promoted that more, then it probably would have got more clout. But
you know who fucked up in this whole thing? Apple.
Why do you think that?
Because Versus was signed to Apple.
Yes, because they were doing the Versus battle
playlist. So it's a lot easier to get equity in a smaller place like Triller than Apple because Apple is so many different things.
Yeah.
They're not giving you a stake in that monster of a... So they went with, you know what I'm saying, somebody that's growing.
Yeah,
nobody's going to be Apple.
Right.
We're not going to see another Apple. But Triller could be the next big thing that blows up, and they'll have
the fact that they're doing other things besides just with their app, hosting events and shit, like that's really dope. I wonder if they're hiring.
If they do, if things open up and now they have a Versus and a concert type thing, that would be under Triller. You know what I mean? Like that's another opportunity once things open up. You can have concerts again.
Presented by Triller. Like that's dope. That's really cool. Yeah.
I almost downloaded Triller, but it's too much like TikTok, and I just don't like social media, so I just wouldn't use it. But I just wanted to see what it was. But yeah, Apple's mad about it, and
Apple's upset.
They should be.
Oh,
because they missed out on something big.
Apple ain't give a damn. You know how much money they make? I think Apple.
I mean, yeah, but
they probably gross billions a year.
Yeah,
easily.
And it reminded me of. You can talk shit if you want to, but Jay-Z sold a title to the Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey, and now he's got a seat at that table. You know what I mean? And
that man loves money.
Real quick. So he was worth $1 billion already, right? They said in the past few months between this and that the Ace of Spades deal, his shit's went up 40%.
What?
Just off those two deals. This was
40% of $1 billion is 400 million. Is that right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
This deal alone was $297 million.
That's insane.
And what was the reason why these are both they're kind of the same is because they had 16 artists that Lil Wayne, Nicki Minaj, and that was under
Beyonce.
Tidal. They all made $16 million from this deal.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? And they're like shareholders as well.
Yeah.
So, just getting people paid, man, I think that's really dope when you can do stuff like that.
Putting your people on, that's what's up.
Yeah, so, those are huge deals, and, like, I'm really excited to see what comes of Versus because a lot of people...
I'm trying to get like Jay-Z, period.
Yo, he's got a business mind that's unrivaled right now.
Yes, and that's what I feel like, how... I think he's probably one of the greatest entrepreneurs we have in our lifetime.
Yes, and I think the story of where he came from makes it that much better for me.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
Just like where he grew up to being one of the greatest rappers, you'd say, of all time.
No, it's just a fact, but go ahead.
And that, I'm not a big fan like you, but
I'm just telling you.
Just from being from starting there and then going there, that's really dope to have built an actual empire.
And
I wonder what his house looks like.
Yeah.
He's probably got a whole city.
And that's just him, because then you still have Beyonce money onto that, so they're always gonna be set.
They could care for this whole city we live in easily. We'd be all well off if we all got a chunk of their money.
Yeah, easily.
That's crazy.
Easily. But yeah, that's really dope, and it's inspiring to try to build something and to put your
We gotta go
people
harder,
on.
baby. I'll be your Beyonce.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's cool.
No, for real though. It does inspire couples to want to, not even couples, individuals to want to be better. Because if he can do something so large and so great from where he came from, outside of music alone, just obviously I feel like the music was just the stepping stone for him. I don't see another album out of Jay-Z.
I said that last time, and then 444 came out, so we don't know. And he puts a verse out here and there, but we'll see. He doesn't need it. That's the thing, though. You don't need music. They're talking about.
That's talking about doing a hobby, though. That he enjoys music. So, to my knowledge, he put out so many albums, he must. But
yeah, shit. Even that's what they're saying about Rihanna right now. Now she's got Fenty hair.
She's got hair now.
So now she's making so much money. Like, why would she put another album out? Because she's making so much more money than she was with all this stuff than music. For what? She might if she wants to, whatever. But
I hope it doesn't die off though, and she needs to go back to music. I love Rihanna. I don't know. I don't think I feel like she was. I think she's sexy as fuck, but I don't think her music's okay.
She makes really good music. She does. She's got some hits.
Nothing compared to Beyonce. I don't think it's.
How many Beyoncés are there though?
One.
Exactly. So you can't.
And I'm saying there's multiple Rihannas.
That's debatable.
Summer Walker.
You did not just compare Summer Walker to Rihanna.
How? How would you not?
She has one album, and what hit does she have?
I'm just saying she has the same sound and the same sex appeal, and they're similar. That's just my opinion. If y'all think I'm tripping, whatever, but I feel like they're similar.
Not at all.
Okay. Who else could I say? Janae? No. Janae's a little
She
more
just
passionate.
whispers.
Don't come at my girl like that.
She whispers all day.
I don't know. I love Rihanna, but I don't know. She probably has maybe 5 songs I really enjoy. 6.
And those are just the hits, though.
No.
Oh, no? Okay. Mm-mm. All right. Well.
Really enjoyed, I'll listen into my rotation today.
Okay. I don't know. I think she's higher up than that, but.
Well, speaking of music.
What do you what have you been listening to lately? Because music, man, no matter who you are, you listen to music.
Yeah.
So
I feel like music is something that helps with any and everything. Anything you're going through, there's a song for it.
Yeah, any mood, anything
For
you got.
sure.
Yeah,
There's a song for it. Heartbreaks, man, there's a song for it. Like word for word, a song for something you're going through.
yeah, you feel that shit to your core.
But this week I've been listening to a lot of Daniel Caesar and Georgia Smith. I mean, I don't know. I've really been into like the love songs lately. I mean, I always am. I'm a real heavy R&B girl. So I love me some slow jams, but every morning I started out with Esperanza Spalding. Literally every morning.
Really?
And it's crazy because my Alexa will play the music because I set the alarm.
Yeah.
And I set it for the same time my coffee starts going. So that's what's been helping me get up in the morning.
Okay.
Well, most of the time. Cause sometimes I forget to set the Alexa. But when I get up, I try to like play it unless I'm running late. Okay. Anyways, but yeah, I'll try to start my morning. And if I don't listen to it in the house, I'll listen to it in the car on my way to work or whatever. But
right.
I like listening to like slow, steady, makes you happy and bubbly inside.
Of course.
Also like Ella Fitzgerald. She's in heavy rotation all the time. Mm-hmm. Always listening to Janae. Love me some Amy Winehouse too. Okay. Drake always. Old Chris Brown.
Not the new. We had a conversation about Chris Brown recently. How every time I hear him in a song now, it's a remake of something else. So he might be dying down a little bit. But yeah,
because he should. Off Heartbreak and a Full Moon, who put out 43 songs.
Yeah, you
like, bro, you just killed us. Was this your last album? Is that what you're trying to tell us?
4 albums right there.
Right. You know? And I feel like, so I listen, like this week I've been listening to his old music.
Yeah.
And I just prefer that.
Okay.
What have you been listening to lately?
Okay, so I've been on an R&B thing lately.
Okay.
For a lot of people don't know, like I just started listening to R&B heavy maybe like 2 years ago because I was so heavy into hip hop. Mm-hmm. I mean, I knew all the R&B songs, but I wouldn't listen to it by myself. I just couldn't for some reason. I couldn't vibe like that. I've always been hip hop, rap, whatever. But I might listen to R&B just as much as I listen to hip hop now, which is nuts. Like I really like it. So I mean, lately I've been listening to Ant Clemens. Happy to Be Here. It's an album he put out. It's really good front to back. Mm-hmm. Really good album.
I don't think I heard the album actually.
I just sent you a song, right?
Yeah. Maybe I'll listen to that this week.
Really good. Lucky Day, Table for Two. I like the concept. Every song has a duet.
love Lucky Day. I forgot. I mean, I haven't been listening to him lately, but he has a new album out?
I mean, yeah, it's probably like 5 songs, I believe, but every song has a woman on it, so it's Table for Two.
Oh, yeah. I love that. Yeah, he's creative.
Really
I love creative artists. Mm-hmm. Another person who's creative is her. Her is very creative.
Her's dope as hell. Yeah, but I mean, I'm always listening to Snow Allegra, you know. Hi.
Don't get slapped on this fucking podcast.
But that album, though, that album is still like. Yeah. So you know how on Apple they tell you what you've been listening to for that year or whatever, and what other artists.
What's the name of the album?
Them feels again. The feels.
I love Snow. Yes, I definitely. There is not a bad song on that album.
No.
And I will listen to that for the rest of my life. Like, honestly, I love Snow. She reminds me of, for me, she is a mix between Alicia Keys and Amy Winehouse.
You did say that. And I
love Alicia Keys, too. That's one of, she's my girl. I love me some Alicia. But, yeah, they did a song together, and at first I couldn't tell who was who.
I can only tell who was who because I think Snow sings better than Alicia Keys.
I think she has a deeper voice, so she's more grounded when she sings.
Okay. All right.
So I think that's what separates them too.
But yeah.
Oh my God, my nose, it's like itching really bad. Sorry.
COVID. Can you smell?
Don't say that.
Can you taste?
Yeah.
All right, we're good then.
I tasted the quesadilla.
Oh. Yo, you never know what might be said here on Two Pieces of Podcast. Nah, but yeah, Snow Allegra. She was actually my 3rd most listened to artist last year.
That's just because you think she's cute. I'm just playing.
No, I mean I like her music more than I like her appearance, but she is pretty. Whatever. Mm-hmm. But no, and then as I'm a hip hop head, so Yeah, if you know me, Griselda all day. I listen to Griselda every day. So that if you don't know, that's West Side Gun, Benny the Butcher, Conway the Machine. Benny the Butcher actually has a album coming on my birthday next Friday. So you know I'll be banging that.
So we're gonna be listening to that
Probably all weekend.
all day.
All weekend. Yeah. So I listen to them a lot. I mean, I obviously listen to Hove a lot. You know. And actually, you know, we watched the Biggie doc.
Yeah.
And okay, so everybody knows I'm such a Jay-Z head, right? But it's kind of by default. Him and Biggie's my 1A, 1B.
Yep.
Jay is 1A for me because of longevity. Biggie only put out 2 albums.
Yeah.
But Biggie was my favorite rapper.
Just because of his sound, though, right? You like his voice.
His delivery.
Yeah.
His, you know what I'm saying? Even his actual bars.
Like, watching the Biggie doc, and I'm not going to lie, like, I wasn't a huge Biggie fan. I'd listen to, you know, the mainstream songs, the ones that you would hear all the time. Love it when you call me Big Pop. Like, you know, the shit like that. But watching the doc, I was like, man, you're right on the money. Like, his delivery was great. Like, how he would go up and sound and down, like, and then just like the way he would rhyme certain words and the jazz in it too.
The jazz player, his neighbor.
His neighbor, yeah.
It was crazy to me how he was telling him rhyme schemes, and they were kind of matching his rhyme schemes and his cadence with drums.
Yes.
Like, and he would rhyme in that same cadence. I'm like, damn,
that's
I can
really
hear
dope.
It.
Yeah,
I can hear
that's
it.
That's creativity.
That was that was amazing. So
that's
you know,
art too. Like, you're painting a picture, like you can hear it in your head, and you're just like.
And he didn't write either. Just like Jay-Z, he didn't write his shit down. It was all here.
Really?
So to be able to do that just off, you know what I'm saying, memory and like that's so.
So he never wrote down his lyrics?
Nah, everything they always thought everything. So real fast, they made a couple songs together. The first song they ever made together was on Jay-Z's album.
Okay.
Brooklyn's Finest. And they were, you know, it's not like today, like you send a fucking verse in email. They would be at the studio together.
Yeah.
And they were friends or whatever. So when they were doing the song, Jay would go into the booth and he'd spit whatever. And they said Big was outside pacing back and forth, mumbling, coming up with his verse right then and there.
Wow.
And then he would come out, vice versa. Big would go in there and spit his piece. Jay-Z would be out there pacing. It was all meant.
That's crazy.
You probably don't know the song, but they're rapping back and forth.
Oh, really? Okay.
So
it's like one after another. They're coming up with it as they go. That was really dope.
Yeah. So those two are my favorite. You know, after the Big doc, you know, I had a couple of days. His I guess anniversary of his death was a few days ago, so I really listened to it heavy that day. So you know, I listen to that. You know, I listen to them all the time.
So if you were stranded on an abandoned island, or if you were abandoned on an island,
stranded
and you on a street, whatever, and you had to pick 3 albums.
Oh my! Only 3?
Only 3 albums that you had to listen to for the rest of your life on this island.
This is tough because I could pick 3 Jay-Z albums.
Can you not pick 3 Jay-Z
albums? I'm not going
to,
but I'm gonna pick one.
Okay.
I just don't know which one.
Oh, that yeah, you have to pick between.
That's tough because
whichever one has Dead Presidents on it, right?
That would be my first guess. That's Reasonable Doubt. That's the first album. Mm-hmm. But so he's got damn, that's tough. Because I can go with Fade to Black. To me, that's one of his most flawless albums that he's made.
Like he didn't miss on it.
It's just it's just a great album from front to back, every single song. And that was supposed to be his farewell album because he retired after that for the first time. So I could go with that. Just because it was his first album, I'll just go with Reasonable Doubt. Okay, that's one. Number 2. 3? Jesus
Come on, baby,
Christ.
you got this.
Okay, 3. All right, number 2. Fuck it, I'll go with Big's Ready to Die.
Okay.
Not Ready to Die. Life After Death, his second album. It's a double disc.
Okay.
That has a bunch of songs on there I love, but that has Sky's the Limit. That's one of my favorite hip hop. That and Story to Tell. 2 of my favorite hip hop songs.
I remember a story. You played a Story to Tell for me before.
I hope it was me.
That was too.
Wow. No, you fucked with niggas that listen to like XXX Tentacion.
Never. Don't come for me like that.
Or yeah, you Lil Uzi Vert type niggas. Yeah, I'm the only nigga that you listen to that
fuck
with
here.
Big like that. So, Life After Death and so it's so many I could go with, man. I could go with To Pimp a Butterfly from Kendrick. I could go with Doggy Style.
That's one of Ryan's favorite albums. That's the album he was trying to get me to listen to get on Kendrick, and I could.
Yeah.
I'm not a Kendrick fan at all.
I could go with some Lil Wayne albums because the first Carter was something I listened to. I'll just say Doggy Style. Doggy Style is probably one of the best hip hop albums ever produced and made. So that's safe. I'll go with those 3 and I'll be cool.
Okay.
What about you? 3. Since I had to.
Okay, first one I'm gonna pick because this is. I hope you don't come for me on this, but it's gonna be Chris Brown's self-titled album, his first album.
Why would I come for you? That's expected. I could.
Okay, I'm just saying every song on there is great. You got Ain't No Way, Poppin', Say Goodbye. Like every song on there is great.
As much as I talk shit about your infatuation with that man, that is an amazing album.
It is. It's every song on there it's a great album.
Okay.
So I'm a big J. Cole fan, and I'm trying. Would you say Sideline Story is an album?
That was his first album.
But I'm thinking
Friday Night Lights.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be his first album, actually, but it didn't happen, so he turned it into a mixtape.
Because I thought that was considered a mixtape, but
no, Sideline Story is his first official album.
Okay.
You're thinking of Friday Night Lights?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm not sure if I want to go with that or Forest Hills Drive, because Forest Hills Drive is
Forest Hills Drive.
I can play that track after track and not skip. Like,
you know what's funny about that? Because it's pretty much been solidified that people think that's his best album.
Yeah.
I like Born Center the best.
I like there's songs on Born Center that I wish were on Forest Hills Drive. If I could just take a couple songs from there and put them on Forest Hills Drive, I'd be great.
The only thing about Born Center the only strike against that is Crooked Smile. I hate that fucking song.
I hate it because it's overplayed. You hear it all over the radio.
I hate that song. And I'm a enormous J. Cole fan. Mm-hmm. I hate Crooked Smile.
I mean, that's his story, though. I mean, he has a crooked smile. Like,
I got fucked up teeth, too.
Okay. And you didn't get them fixed, so.
Right.
You should relate. It's relatable. But
I still don't like it.
I just like J. Cole altogether.
Yeah,
I don't think there's a song by J. Cole that I don't like either.
Right, because even I want to fold clothes for you.
Yeah, I love that shit. Yeah, like, I want to fold her clothes too.
And I hate folding clothes, but I fold them bitches.
But no, okay, so I'd go with Forest Hills Drive.
Okay. One more.
Okay. This is hard because I don't know if I want it to be. I don't know if I want it. Okay, I don't know if I want it to be Take Care, Drake, or.
I think that's his best album in my opinion.
Yeah, or Kanye 808s.
Okay, so that's where a great album. Mm-hmm. That's where I struggle too. I could pick 4 albums of Kanye that I could be stranded on.
And be good.
His first one, obviously, College Dropout.
Yes, College Dropout.
Late Registration is just as great to me. I love the next one. What's the next one called? Jesus, why am I drawing a blank?
I don't know orders of albums at all.
You know,
so
I'm big
me.
on sequence.
Yeah,
so
I'm not good at sequence.
His third one was with Good Morning on it, was Stronger.
Oh damn it. It's gonna. I don't remember.
Graduation.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why was I thinking? I was thinking College Dropout again.
That was the first one.
Said it.
But then his most perfect album though was Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Yes. Oh my God.
You know what?
Oh.
I'm sorry, Snoop.
You're taking it back. You're using that one.
I got it because that album is from front to back is.
It was really good. It was okay. I want that one to be my number 3.
Okay.
I'm using that as my number 3. That's
that
my number 3. Because
Flawless
I knew I wanted
album.
it to be a Kanye, like old Kanye. Because I love Kanye, old Kanye. Even the song he just put out most recently about his daughter.
I don't think I even heard. I stopped listening to Kanye for a while. Even Yeezus. I used to bang Yeezus and that weird ass.
I didn't like that one.
I banged it.
I didn't like it.
That and Born Sinner came out on the same day, and I was
Yes,
banging
I
it back
remember
and
that.
forth.
I remember that. Yes, but I didn't listen to that Yeezus album at all.
I did. So that's what you're going with? Those 3?
Yeah, those 3 for sure.
It's solid though. It's solid.
Yeah.
I could listen to those 3 albums too.
Because you got your R&B.
Yeah.
You got your I mean, I guess I won't say J. Cole and Kanye have the same sound, but they're both rap, but different. Like J. Cole's more of a storyteller.
Yeah.
And then Kanye is more of like, bitch, this is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know really how to explain his genre of music.
Okay, well, I'm not taking back any of my 3, but if I had to pick an R&B album,
No?
Okay, that's one of them.
Okay.
But Confessions.
That is a great one. That is a really, really good one.
Confessions.
And I think I might want to switch out my Christopher album for I don't know. I didn't think about Confessions.
Really?
Confessions was my shit. My mom got me that for Christmas.
Front to back.
My
Front to
mom
back.
got me that
Amazing
for
album.
Christmas.
Amazing
I
album.
loved Confessions. Yes. So question, what kind of music do you listen to while you're working out?
I am selling drugs and busting guns the whole time I'm working out. So Griselda. I listen to Jay. I listen to Biggie. I listen to.
You showed me that song by Reason. Or no, I was listening to Reason because he was on. And like, I listen to him a lot now when I'm working out.
Reason is really dope. And, he's fairly new. I mean, a lot of people have heard. But if you haven't listened to Reason, he's with TDE.
Yeah.
With Kendrick and them. Check him out, man. He's dope as hell. Mm-hmm. Yeah. He's probably my favorite new rapper. Him and JID.
I it's just Jid.
JID.
That's funny.
Little nigga from Atlanta. Whatever you
I love all of TDE, honestly. Well, not all of them, but like I'm a big J-Rock fan. Yeah.
You're a big TDE fan, but you don't like the main artist.
Who?
Kendrick.
I know.
How does that work?
I don't know.
I guess. But
J. Cole's under them too?
no, he's not.
Oh, he's not.
You
He's
can
on
tell she
Dreamville.
doesn't he has his own label, my nigga.
Why did I think that?
She doesn't listen to hip hop, obviously.
Well, no, he had that
cool.
album with them. He had that album with a bunch of his art. That Dreamville album.
The only
Was
artist.
anybody
Reason was the only one.
Oh, then what am I thinking of?
I don't know.
Okay, scratch that, y'all.
No, but I mean TDE. Yeah, I love Schoolboy. I love Ab Soul. Like
I love Absol too. Yeah.
yeah, those are like I listen to them a lot. So I listen to. Matter of fact,
Is Boz with them?
No, he's with Dreamville.
Oh, duh. Look at me.
Actually, Schoolboy is somebody I listen to a lot while I'm working out. His older shit though.
I don't like his new album.
I like it. I do because I like gang banging, bust guns shit. Like I like that shit. That's always been what I gravitate to.
It's so crazy, like the sound now for rap, the sound back then, like because when did rap become popular? 60s, 70s?
Babe, rap was.
I don't know.
Rap was created.
Don't laugh at me. Teach me.
You're right. No, rap was created. Then what year? I think the earliest rap that was created was like 78.
Okay, so I said 60s, 70s, and you laughed.
But that was just like, okay, well, let's just say the 80s.
Okay, so it started in the 80s. So, anyways, was trying to make fun of me and shit.
You said the 60s. Like, that was the Temptations and shit. The Temptations did not have a
There
verse.
could have been somebody trying to rap in the 60s and nobody would just discover them. I don't know.
Okay.
You don't either.
I do. Because I'm a hip-hop connoisseur.
Anyways, but I'm just saying. So as far as rap being that genre of music, there hasn't been that much. Like I guess you could notice progression over time.
So the sounds changed.
Yes.
So the 80s was hip hop, the Hibbit to the hip, that, or Run DMC or somebody like that, and then it went into early 90s. So it went into like NWA.
Yeah.
And Snoop and Dre, and then it went into more Nas and Jay-Z, and then it went from Jay-Z and all that stuff and DMX and all that to like Cash Money.
Yeah.
And then it went
Nelly
from that.
and shit.
Yeah, and okay, right. And even like Eminem, those guys. And then Atlanta start bubbling really heavy. Even though, okay, Outkast was early 90s.
Okay. But Outkast was their own sound.
They were, but they
so
were
I don't
the
think we
first-
could put them in the genre of everybody else. Like pull them. They were their own sound.
It was its own sound, but it was because it was from.
It was a pivotal move for the rap industry.
Because think about it, back then
it gave other people like Drake. I feel like Drake is a good person to compare Outkast with, like how he might have. I'm saying as far as the sound changing, it helped him change.
Drake's not the first with that sound though.
Who else was?
If you really think about it, Drake's sound came from, to me, more of Kanye's 808 and Heartbreak. The melody, singing.
Yeah, singing and rapping, yeah.
So I feel like that, kind of was a transition. But I get what you mean, though.
Yeah, it was just trying to.
Yeah, and Outkast, back then it was East Coast versus West Coast. And Outkast like, yo, we from the South. Fuck what y'all talking about. We doing what y'all doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's been so many different shifts in music and different sounds or whatever. But
I'm a big LA music fan. Like Dom Kennedy, Nip Hussle. I love the LA sound. And I don't feel like the LA sound has changed that much.
No.
From Snoop and NWA and all of them to where it is now.
They have a sound.
I feel like they have, Detroit has a sound. If you hear a song, it's from
even
Detroit.
though I hate it.
But no, even LA, their sound has pretty much stayed the same. The music and the melodies may have changed, but as far as their sound goes, they're from LA.
Okay, so you saying that since I'm the hip hop guy, we can talk about something else. I feel like I'm taking over the conversation because we're talking about hip hop. But I can sound. They all have sounds. Mm-hmm. I'm a big East Coast rap. So I love the New York, the Philly, that side rap. It's more lyrical. It's just a little bit different, and that's what I like the most. But of course, I like West Coast. Of course, I like the TDE guys or Game or the guys from the West. And if you can rap, fam.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I talked about Biggie and Jay. They're my 1A, 1B, favorite, best ever. But Andre 3000 is probably the best, to me, as far as ability. He's probably the best rapper as far as ability ever.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, he's more versatile?
I feel like nobody can rap as good as him because he has so many different styles and the way he puts words together.
I've never listened to
3 Stacks is an
Andre
alien.
3000
He's an alien.
outside of Outkast.
He doesn't have his own album.
Okay, so you're just saying him in Outkast. I thought he did make music outside of.
They had Speaker Box and The Love Below. Those were
I'm gonna listen.
Speaker
I'm gonna
Box
listen
was
to
Big Boys, and the Love Below was Andre's, but that was more of an R&B type sound.
Okay.
But yeah, they have so much music that I can use as his not his category, it's catalog.
Okay.
They have so many hit albums or whatever. He's rapped so much not many people can do what he can do as far as rapping. But anyway, I can go on about hip hop all day and night. So we're gonna go ahead and. What's something that you're looking forward to hearing? Somebody hasn't put something out or an album that you're anticipating.
Definitely J. Cole.
Okay.
Anticipating Drake's album. I want to see if it's garbage or not because
It's
I feel
gonna be really good.
You think so? Why do you think that? His last album wasn't that great.
It wasn't. I think he fucked that up. He was so worried about that Pusha T beef that he dedicated a whole half of his album addressing that shit.
Yeah.
So I feel like that was his mistake. But that and Views are the only albums I really didn't like of his. Everything else was pretty good.
Views had 2 songs out of that.
I didn't like Views.
There's 2 songs. But okay, yeah. So definitely J. Cole, Drake. I'd love for Alicia Keys to finally release another album.
She just released one last year.
But
one with Snow on it.
That wasn't her full album.
It was a full album.
No, it wasn't.
We'll pull it up after this.
Okay, I'm pretty sure there was only 3 songs. I pre-ordered it and everything.
You might not have went back to it, but it released.
Oh, Oh shit!
It's a whole album, baby. Yeah.
Damn, I got some catching up to do.
Yeah.
I would like to hear more from Janae. I did see that she put something out like Searching Souls, but that was like an old album, and it was like a mixtape type thing.
It was what was the most popular one that she put out?
Soul Searching.
No, it was Sail something, wasn't it?
That was a song that was on the album.
Okay. Well, she just put it out on DSPs.
What is that?
The platforms, like the streaming platforms.
DSPs.
That's what they call.
What's that stand for? Digital streaming platforms.
Yes.
See, I know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Kinda.
Anyways,
no, she just put it out on that because it was basically a mixtape.
Yeah, it's old.
So that's what I'm saying. They just released it.
I used to listen to it on YouTube. Like that's. Speaking of that, I wish Drake would put Sweeter Man on YouTube on an album. Please just put it on this next album. Please put Sweeter.
You did play me that, didn't you?
I love that song.
You did play.
That is probably one of my favorite Drake songs. Anyways, somebody else I'm looking forward to listening to. I don't know. Not really anticipate. Like, I would like to hear from Cole, obviously, and Drake. I already said that. Mm-hmm. There's not really anybody else.
The Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak.
Yes, I want to. I listened to that.
Silk
that
Sonic.
Song.
That's their name together. Silk Sonic, right?
That's funny.
That's gonna be because they're so great
I love
musically.
their sounds. They sound really good together. They sound really good together. I love Anderson .Paak and I love Bruno. Yes.
You know what I mean? Like
musically, like they're pulling instruments and
yeah,
it's gonna be a good one.
I feel like that's gonna be like one of those flawless albums.
You know who I would love to hear something from?
Who?
The Internet.
I would
love to hear something from.
Did you see my notes?
No.
That's in my notes.
I didn't see that. I promise you I didn't see that.
The Internet is like, I don't feel like they're known as much as they should be. But
I feel like Sid might just be doing her own thing, though.
I don't like it.
Me either. I like them as a group. Yes.
She's better with them.
Yes, I agree.
I've been waiting since their last album. That shit came out like 2 years ago.
What was the other band that I sent you them? Because I went to their concert a few years ago, and there was an Moonchild. If y'all haven't checked out Moonchild, listen, it's look, they're all white. But they got some soul. They got some soul. Amber Jean is the lead singer, and bro, she can blow. So, like it's just like a deep, soulful voice, and I love it.
The first time I heard, I'm like, damn, this is dope. And I'm like,
and I said, I was like, you know, they're white.
I Googled it, and I'm like, yo, they didn't make this. Like looking at who it was, like, they didn't make this. Couldn't have came from these white people. But no, they're really dope. The Internet. I'm looking for Alex Isley.
Oh, I forgot about them.
Alex Isley and Jack Dine, they put out some shit. Yeah. That white boy, whatever he does, production-wise, everybody he puts working with is great. And I love Alex Isley anyway. Mm-hmm. She's really dope. Kendrick, where you at?
I would like to hear more from Snow. I didn't even think about that.
She put out that little single and disappeared, kind of.
Yeah, I didn't like that single.
But you know, a lot of people are trying
Dying for Your Love.
I liked it, but it wasn't.
It wasn't
like the other, like her shit from her
Find
album.
Someone Like You. Like, that's my shit. Or what's that? Charlevoix.
Whoa was my shit. Oh my goodness. That was like my number 2 played song last year.
That's funny.
Yeah, I would like to hear something from her. I want to hear something from, like I said, Kendrick. I'm sure he's got another classic in the tuck waiting to come out. Pusha T. Love Pusha T. He's one of my favorites. Lloyd Banks is one of my, not one of the best rappers in my top 5, but he's one of my favorite rappers ever. Lloyd Banks is ridiculous, so I'm looking.
I like Lloyd Banks, but so my stepdad, he used to listen to like what was 50 Cent and G Unit. So he used to listen to them a lot. So I always liked Lloyd Banks. Like he was always one of my favorites out of them.
Banks he's the PLK, Punchline King. So.
I used to like him, yeah.
Can't wait to hear Banks, man.
Is he coming out with something?
He's supposed to be.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's supposed to be, but I'm waiting. I'm always waiting for Banks. But those are some people that I can't wait to hear from, and it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope. I love new music. You know, I check every Friday at midnight. I check my Apple to see what came out. I'm thirsty for new music.
That's why you be sending me music hella late.
I check that before I check how much my check was.
Dang.
Like I check music before I check my actual paycheck.
Dang.
You know, I be on it. But just music, period, man. Music just does something for me mentally.
It does.
anything that I'm going through, I can always put, even if it has nothing to do with what I'm going through, just music, period. I mean, like I said, mostly hip hop, but anything.
Yeah,
just
I agree.
working out, whatever I'm doing. So,
and it's always a good to have, like, it assists with a lot of things. You know, it passes time. Like when I'm at work and I shut my door and I'm just blasting my music, like I feel better listening to music. I don't like sitting in silence. Even when I'm cleaning the house and I wake up on Sunday mornings and the kids are like, oh, there goes the music. When I was younger, like I want my kids to know that this is a sign of cleaning, and, you know, just like certain songs and, you know, just like triggers, you know, like, oh, I remember where I was when I first heard that song.
Always.
Like there's just something with music, and there's been songs that have given me like goosebumps. You know what I mean? And
Hell yeah.
Felt like euphoric listening to them.
Yeah.
You know, so it's always, music is great overall, and I feel like it's a good mental health. It's good for your mental health when you're using it to the right advantage, because there's some music out there that's like, I want to kill my mother. Oh!
Yeah. You heard that way more than I did going to the school you went to.
Yeah.
I didn't hear all the heavy metal rock and roll shit.
Yeah.
But
well, sure, we listened to it, and your mom.
my mom didn't listen to heavy metal.
Well, not heavy metal, but like Def Leppard and Led Zeppelin and shit like that.
It's more like classic, alternative, I guess.
Yeah, what alternative? Yeah.
Yeah, that's not too bad. It's more mellow, but yeah, not Metallica or even. I know some Metallica songs. Don't get it fucked up.
I'm sure you do.
I know some Metallica. Yeah, that's my brother, but but we over time. Hey, our episodes are getting longer and longer.
Maybe
you notice that?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, we just got a lot of shit to talk.
We always talking shit.
It's a good conversation. But I guess we can wrap it up, though.
Yeah, this is a good episode. I was like, I think this is going to be one of our shorter ones. It's the
Yeah,
longest
right. We went into this thinking like it's going to be like 40. I remember looking down like after the first two topics, like, damn, we have 40 already.
Yeah.
We got a lot more to talk about.
I think this was really good, though, and I hope you guys tune in this week, next week, all the other weeks that we have to come. And make sure you give us a shout out on who you think a good business would be, so we can reach out to them.
Yeah, we definitely want to do that.
And if you know anybody selling a house.
Yeah, for the low. We got 5 kids, there's 7 of us, so we need space.
7. Oh
yeah, we need space. But we going to find some because, again, my homeboy is working. Mm-hmm. He's on this
Shout
shit.
out to him. He's doing his thing.
Yeah. He's
we appreciate it for sure.
He's gonna get us our stuff, but we gonna go. So I got something new. I got a way to sign off from now on.
Okay. Are you gonna do it?
Yeah. So I'm gonna have to read it until I remember it though. You ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Speaking to the mic.
All right. Oh yeah, you're right. All right. That's it. That's all. We appreciate and love those who love us and those who will. Keep your mental good and your dreams alive. The sky ain't the limit. It's just a view. Target the universe. No, I'm sorry. Treat the universe well and receive your blessings in return. Keep your frequencies high and your vibes dope. Until next time, peace, love, and all that. That's
Bye,
it,
y'all.
and we'll holler at y'all.